G'day guys, welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. I'm going to run through Infinite Dragon Ball history, those that fought the margin, or the new stage that came with the 8th anniversary. And I wanted to sort of bring up a discussion topic, I guess. I posted the thread on Twitter the other day, basically characters and forms that, from the villain side of things, that don't have big bad bosses that probably should. I chose to run this team during this topic of conversation because they kind of appear. So I thought it was kind of, it ties in a little bit. But the first one, and it goes kind of without saying, this one I really shouldn't need to explain, but Saiyan Saga Vegeta, straight out of the bat. The LR that came out last year with the 7th anniversary, the LR Grade 8 Vegeta, he doesn't have big bad bosses, which to me seems like just absolute travesty. Considering there is already a unit, a TUR that has an easy A actually, the AGL Giant 8 Vegeta from that same kind of era, he has the link. So it really grinds my gears that they didn't give it to the LR. They know how important that big bad bosses link is, and it really would have helped that unit. I mean, it probably still would be a little bit subpar today, I guess, maybe, but I'm not sure. I actually don't have that unit, funnily enough. So it's one that I'm hoping appears in my summons sometime soon. The next, again from Dragon Ball Z, is the Boos. Specifically Super Boo, Boo Tanks, so Gotenks absorbed, and Fat Boo, funnily enough, is someone I'm going to include there as well. Fat Boo, to start with, really, he was Majin Boo for several episodes. I'm not even sure how long he lasted before he expelled Skinny Boo or Evil Boo, whichever you want to call him. But he was the man, like he was the boss, the big boss to beat. Like he's the one that Goku didn't beat at Super Saiyan 3 and the whole thing. So I mean, look, you can make the case that he was good at heart or whatever, but he was the boss. And if first form Cell and and second form Cell can get it, then I believe that Fat Boo qualifies, honestly. And likewise then Super Boo and Boo Tanks. If you're going to kind of be like, oh yeah, but they were the precursor to the Buhan, the Gohan absorbed one, I just don't buy that. I feel like Gotenks absorbed Boo and Ultimate Gohan absorbed Boo, they are Super Boo still. Like, I feel like they're all the same person. He's just borrowing different powers. That's kind of how I would see it. But let me know what you reckon, obviously, in the comments below, or if there's someone I leave off this list that you would qualify. After that, we're jumping into GT and Super 17. He doesn't have big bad bosses, and what's even stranger, again, to use kind of like an existing version that does, there are two SRs that you can get in your summons. One is an Android 17 from GT, the other is a Hellfighter 17. They have basically the same art. One is tech, one is physical. I'm not sure which is which, but they can be Dokkan Awakened into a Super 17, just an SSR Super 17. Those Super 17 units have big bad bosses, but the Dokkan Fest the two Dokkan Fests and the LR does not have big bad bosses. So yeah, it's one that I really think is annoying as well. He is the man of his arc. Like, the arc does not move on until Super 17 is a threat that's eliminated, kind of thing. So yeah, it's a shame because GT bosses certainly could have used it. I mean, it also makes for really odd gameplay. If I can go back to maybe the team that we're using right now to keep things more relevant, the transforming LR Boo Tanks to Buhan, he is a perfect example of that. How he's got pretty good links, honestly, to start with, and as I say it, he's about to transform. We'll use his active skill straight away just to see him run along as he would if we transformed him as early as possible. We should get a few good turns out of it. I think these Infinite Dragon Ball histories go a while. I think 18 turns was the mission, by the way. Yeah, so he gets big bad bosses now after using the active skill. That really makes things weird and difficult on a team like this, where some forms have it and sometimes they don't. So like, the LR is kind of useless to Kid Boo until he transforms, and the Fat Boo and the Super Boos, they're just not useful to either of them, especially when Boo Tanks and Kid Boo are probably going to be the focus Boos for forever. Like, I dare say they'll probably work towards having their cards be that being said, there is that LR Super Boo. who you'd probably run next to this LR, and you probably just wouldn't transform the LR. Because he does stack defense on on 18 key. Pardon me, sorry, I've got a little bit of a cold, so I apologize if I sniffle a little. But yeah, and it's kind of similar to Super 17's place. Jesus, I haven't used this EZA. He just did a second super attack for 10 mil. Holy. Boy goes off. Does he have a built-in additional? He must. Okay, wow. Oh, he good. 6 mil, okay. Yeah. Could use an update, for sure, I think. Yeah, going back to Super 17 and not having bad bosses on a team like GT bosses, which has just got its 200% leader in Omega Shedron over on JP for Tanabata Part 2. You know, every other GT boss or major GT boss has it, like your Omega and your Baby, the other two primary villains in that dark. Even Rildo has it. So to take it to remove it from 17 is a real disappointment. It could have been a much more because he has usually fear and faith. I mean, whether you take that away to give him big bad bosses enough or not, sorry, that's key. Fear and faith. So theoretically, he would share that with Omega plus big bad bosses, legendary power if he's in an LR, and fierce battle. I think he might even have like brutal beatdown or something. Maybe not. Where are we? Let me just check. I've got the game up here behind me. Where are we? The LR Super 17, Fear and Faith, and Nightmare. I'm not sure if Nightmare is something that the Omegas maybe have. That might be a decent link to share, but again, it only works if they've got big bad bosses. Well, they'd have GT as well, obviously, but yeah, without GT bosses, without big bad bosses, it falls apart a little bit, which is a shame. I mean, yeah, I don't know, that team really isn't all that great anyway, but I mean, Super 17, even on Human Deeds, Inhuman Deeds, if I started there a little bit, it's very GT hero centric. It's got a lot of Goku Black Rose units. It's got a lot of Frieza units. So all of those have big bad bosses. So yeah, it's annoying. But honestly, within that category, it probably brings me to the next inclusion that I had on that list, which was Broly. Any Broly, pick your poison. Any Broly, but the Broly trio, I guess. Yeah, it's really annoying. I'll be honest, he's one of the most threatening villains we've had in the series, all up in my opinion. But hey, look, everyone will debate that maybe. But Dragon Ball Z Broly, I am the devil or whatever, and then you got Dragon Ball Super Broly. He was just an absolute maniac, and he's extreme. Like it's not like it's not like a Jiren situation, I guess, where he's the antagonist and he's probably as good as it comes, but he's good at hard or whatever. And I know Broly and Super kind of is, but they haven't made that distinction yet in Dokkan. Every Dragon Ball Super Broly, including the Broly trio, is extreme, whereas the trio seems to be the only one that they decided to give big bad bosses, which is odd, considering it's probably the most wholesome and super class deserving unit in that movie, almost, aside from the actual, standard characters. It's a really strange kind of distinction they made with Broly. I mean, they gave him Berserker, which is nice, except for it's just never active, and they didn't update it the way Big Bad Bosses got updated, where they removed the HP restriction at level 10. It still has it on Berserker, so just a really, really annoying one. Pardon me. The next one I'm going to mention is, and I said it on the Twitter post, go over and have a look if you want to. There's a fair bit of conversation going on, but the next one is Literal Theft, and it's Frieza, and more specifically Golden Frieza. This is the main villain of the series. Every other Frieza to this point, first form, second form, third form, final form, full power, all of them in almost every iteration in Dokkan have big bad bosses. Even when, I'm pretty sure even when you Dokkan Awaken the old, like, SR or the old SSR summonable ones to that Golden Frieza, there was a batch of them in an old story event. Pretty sure they still had big bad bosses, but only because it carried over from the card before. Your LR Golden Frieza and none of your Dokkan Fest ones, even the two summonable ones that have EZA, the AGL and the Int, none of them have big bad bosses, and I just don't understand their reasoning for that. I think they were maybe too too gung ho with being faithful to the resurrection of F Link, making that the importance or something like that. I'm not sure. It's just really strange how they kind of opted to go away from big bad bosses, where that resurrection of F Link needn't exist, especially on Frieza. It's not like you're going to be running him with the Goku or Vegeta at any point. So at least the Goku and Vegeta, you've got the argument of being like, yeah, well, look, you run them together and they've got that extra link. Cool, yeah, whatever. You're not bringing Frieza. You're just not. I don't get why. Yeah, they decided to sort of force that link down his throat when it really doesn't serve any purpose. And look, it's his own movie finally. You know, he's coming back proper. This is the thing that you kind of anticipated this would happen one day. He's coming back for revenge, and I know he gets schooled. Like Goku and Vegeta are toying with him, but he's still the threat, and I don't think I think the intent is what makes a big bad boss almost. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure someone might disagree in that regard, to be honest. But who knows? Let me know what you reckon. But yeah, where are we at here? It's Kid Boo's punching out 8 mils. Who we got him linked with? I saw Janembu there. I think that's... what do you get? More than meets the eye, maybe? Oh, so he's getting big bad bosses from the floating Boo Han there. Where's Kid... Kid Boo. We'll get more than meets the eye. Comes via... only the Bibbidi Boo there. I think he'll get brutal beatdown from Janembu. He'll get Margin. Will he get... No, wall standing tall is like a weird link. I don't understand how they qualify. I think and infinite regeneration. So 2 key HP recovery and defense, attack, and then 2 more key attack and defense. So that's a good little like linking. I know it's only 3 links, but it grants quite a bit. And he'll be getting a few other links like Big Bad Bosses and Fierce Battle from the Buhan, plus those margin links he would have got anyway, I guess. My Super Boo there just doing his thing. Really needs an easy A, unfortunately. That's a unit I really want to like, but I've just never really gravitated to him. Margin Power, I think, is falling the way of GT bosses almost. I think GT Bosses has got a fair few more updates, so it deserves to be in a better position, but I'm not sure if it even is. Margin Power is so niche. Just so niche. They need to... I mean, I don't have LR Super Boo, in fairness, but I don't know. I don't think that, in turn, makes it a top-tier team, especially given the fact that LR Super Boo isn't a 200% leader. So it doesn't actually have a 200% leader proper yet. I think Kid Boo's the only one with a proper 200% leader, given that he's on Accelerated Battle. Therefore, Gamma 1 leads him by 200%. I'm not sure the others have a 200%. What have we got? Artificial Life Forms, Final Trump Card, Majin Buu Saga. Maybe, is that what the Z Duo lead from the anniversary? Where are we? Here. Final Trump Card and Majin Buu Saga. So yeah, you probably got I think you Boo Tanks, or Boo Han, sorry. I think he has his 200% leader now in the anniversary LR, at the very least. Where is the Bibbidi? I don't think he would. Oh, maybe Dragon Ball Heroes. Yeah, he'd get all those. So I don't know about the Fusion one. Maybe not. Maybe not. Sorry, I have to mute the mic. I've got a little bit of a cough, so I'm trying not to cough while I talk. What do we got? Okay, so this is back of that Kid Buu rotation. What are we at? 600,000 defense for the Janembu. 5 links for the Kid Buu. And I think it's 4 for the Janembu. Sorry, the Gohan one. I'm trying to say too much, I think. 2.8 stacks defense. There you go, and that's why I gave him additional. If you dodge with this Janembu, he gets guard, as you see there. The arrow goes red and goes down, and he guards against all types. But you must dodge in the same turn. So that will reset every turn. But given that he stacks defense, it becomes less and less of a risk as the fight goes on. It's a pretty good mechanic. I still like it. I mean, it's dangerous, especially if the dodges don't go off and he's just kind of a sitting duck of an otherwise rather slow stacker with nothing to help. But Rainbow Orbs there will give him crit, that Super Boo. What would our links be there? Because there'd be no big bad bosses for Buhan, the Gohan one. We don't get any status effects, I don't think, from these guys. Where are we at? Turn 15. So we've got till turn 18 to get that extra mission. So I'm doing obviously the bring 3 margin power allies mission, and I'm aiming for the turn 8. I'll complete it within 18 turns. So it's 4.6. Not really good enough, is it? That's Rainbow too. If that was like 55%, I could probably maybe be a bit more lenient. But yeah, just no. I can't wait for him to be Easy Aid though. Like when he's good, he's going to be very good. And look, maybe I was a bit hard on margin power earlier because of the Easy Aid I haven't really used too much, and that's the STR Super Boo here. I'm going to leave him on rotation, I think. Yeah, obviously healing is a major factor with this team as well, which is probably a leg up it has over something like margin power though. Is there any healing in Shenron units? I don't think there is. No, there's... Oh, what's Shadow Dragon's the link? No, it's just attack and defense 20%. Okay, so there's no healing. There's a little bit of... you got the revive in that new LR Omega Shenron. But I hope they maybe do a free-to-play team. I'd be very keen to see Rage, Shenron, well, all of them really. You could probably do 5 out of them. There's 7. There's 7 total. The 2 you'd leave out, I'd probably leave out Omega and Nova. I'd probably do the rest. One of them could even transform, like you've got the, what's the name? The Oceania Shenron. You could have a transforming unit, and it'd be pretty cool if that was a free-to-play. You don't get too many transforming free-to-play units these days, so that'd be something that could be kind of cool. And on the topic, like, I mean, look how much of a difference Big Bad Bosses did for Buhan there. He's doing 6 mil now. I mean, he's got probably more links than he had last turn anyway. Yeah, well, he's got 6 out of 7, all bar legendary power. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, the Big Bad Bosses link needed to be more of a priority on villain units. Kind of the way that, maybe not so much these days, but the way that Kamehameha used to be on Goku units. It just used to be on everything. And honestly, the only exception to that I can think of off the top of my head is STR Namek Goku, the transforming one. His Super Saiyan form does the Kamehameha super attack, and he doesn't have the link. But I think that's maybe, I don't know why, honestly. It doesn't really even make sense no matter which way you look at it. Where are we at? He stuns, okay. This is a fairly long fight. We're doing decent enough damage. 8.8, yeah. Kid Boo's crazy. That's not a 200% leader, so we're expecting to be over 9 mil on a 200% lead. That's really good. Yeah, I like that. That's very cool. All right, well, let me know what you reckon, guys. Is there any villains that don't have legendary power that you think may... sorry, not legendary power, pardon me. Big Bad Bosses that you think should be included? I'd love to know your thoughts. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, or even Threads. I've got that now too. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.